Welcome to the art project. I'm going to do a painting that uses monochromatic color scheme and atmospheric perspective. So I started off by drawing a city skyline. Just think buildings as you are making lines on the paper. Obviously they don't have to be any particular buildings. You can make buildings up as you go along. Just think vertical and create a bunch of lines that are continuously going up. I made the second row go in and out of the buildings on the first row, and then I made a third row, and then I made a fourth row, and after the fourth row I went ahead and made a fifth row. 5 rows is really good because it allows you to use one pure color, 2 shades of that color, and 2 tints of that color, plus the sky. So my third row up, which is really hard to kind of like make out unless you're thinking about what you're doing, but my third row from the bottom is my pure color. So I just used pure red here, and I painted in all of the buildings that were on the third row. After painting the third row in, I mixed up a shade of the red by mixing a little red and a little bit of black. And I made that my second row from the bottom. Now, I don't have as much contrast as I would like between the various rows of buildings. I feel like my dark red here could have been a little bit darker, but it turned out good. I like the way it turned out overall. Another thing to go ahead and get through your mind is that you need to put more than one coat of paint. You're going to paint the whole thing twice. So my first row of red, I painted it and I let it dry, and then I went to the second row and painted it, and now I'm painting in the first row a little bit darker red. While that's drying, I'm going to start painting in the tints towards the top. I already went ahead and put a little bit more paint on that row number 1 of buildings, the dark and easiest one to do. Then I started painting. I mixed up a tint of red, which of course is pink, and so I mixed up some pink and started painting the 4th row, and then I mixed up some more pink and did the 5th row. Not really sure what happened to the footage there of me painting in the 4th row, but it went fast, and then here I am painting in the 5th row. And I think it turned out really good. I like the way it looks. The idea is that the further away from us, the more moisture is in the air, and so the atmospheric moisture makes things look like they're further away because they kind of dull in color. And so this, even if you're not a master painter, if you can paint a monochromatic color scheme, you can paint a cityscape that looks pretty interesting, pretty good. Of course, the hardest part at the beginning is drawing your cityscape and overlapping. It's really important that you kind of learn to overlap. You can't just draw one row of buildings and then another row of buildings totally above the first row. They have to go behind one another and overlap. And I think it turned out pretty good. So if you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you give this video a try, I'd love to see some of your work. You can share it on Instagram and hashtag theartproject. Share this on your favorite social media platform. Put it on your website if you're a teacher. Send me an email if you use it with your students, and let me see what they've done. Thanks for watching. Go paint a atmospheric landscape. Go make some art.